Alright, it is time for the probably the best Misfortune build in the new patch. I will get grabbed with Blitzcrank here. Or not. Okay, that was an awkward trade, but yeah, the new crit items are so strong. And Collector first is a perfect setup. We have to retreat here, we will not get level 2 in time, obviously. So, yeah, it's, I mean, you saw it in the beginning of the video. It's so synergistic, it does so much, it's pure AD, exactly what Misfortune wants. Hang on. Okay, I missed one for no reason. Yeah, okay, now we're back on track, I think. After the level 1 it was a little awkward, of course. Okay, we're going for this, huh? That's her heal. It's a summoner. I'll take it. Alright, but yeah, it's especially with the bleed in the late game. And then you have an extra flexible item slot should the game go very late. I still have heal. We probably need it. Just flash this. Alas. I don't have a ward for this, unfortunately, else I could maybe kill Blitzcrank. But if I'm smart, I don't risk anything here. Olaf lives. Ah, awkward. Look at the lane states, it's quite terrible. I have to stay and do something. It must reset. Okay, perfect. That's good enough for me. Good thing Misfortune is so inherently... well, not mobile is the wrong word, but she has so much movement speed. Allowing you to... Well, in this case, I didn't even outplay them. Oh, goodness, she wants to go for this. I'm not there, I don't have mana, I have nothing. Alright, it works. She loses. That was actually a very good play from Lulu. Yeah, retreat here. Whew, okay. Now this play from Lulu, good thing she saw that and I followed, because look at what Jinx is missing now. She's missing infinite farm. The wave will still be under tower, getting deleted by the time she returns. And what I can do is I can return with a full BF sword, which is actually crazy. And also boots, wouldn't say no to that. Okay, Blitzcrank mid lane. Jinx on pickaxe, so we have an inherent advantage. Of course, we got kills, obviously. But yeah, so far this lane phase is as good as it gets. And by the way, if you're experienced on Misfortune and can manage your mana, always pick Triumph. It's so much value throughout the game. Not just the gold, but also the health. And especially in the later stages of the game, you have permanent blue buff anyway. So Presence of Mind is a waste there. But it's definitely a good set of training wheels, the Presence of Mind rune, if you are new and cannot manage your mana too well. It's not a bad rune by any means, and even for experienced players, it does open up some angles. But in general, especially once you... or as soon as you finish Berserker's Greaves, you shouldn't have mana problems anymore, because attack speed means you don't need mana for the wave at all. So you will have your full mana pool available for fights. Okay, they got the Drake. Sure. Sure thing, my friends. She started pickaxe. What does this build into these days? Maybe she wants to rush Infinity Edge. Sounds very likely. Is Olaf still there? Answer is yes. It was a little too... I second-guessed myself too much. I wasn't sure if I wanted to commit there or not. Had I committed early and more decisively, this would have been much better. Given them less time to react, but yeah, Olaf was counter-jungling. In any case, next base we should get our Collector, ideally. Ultimate unlocked. Okay. They replaced Control Ward. Yeah, sure. We have very strong ultimates now. BF Sword plus Serrated Dark. It's such a strong set of components. First Q bounce I go for, immediately a nasty curveball. I love it. Can we go for a plating? Oh, just some poke on Blitzcrank, that's fine. Is Olaf on his way again? I wouldn't put it beyond him. That's so much damage. Olaf 3 kills, need to be careful. Need to kite with movement speed this game. Go for it. Alright, sure. No reason to ult there, Olaf just dies. Perfect. But it was important I flashed that axe, or else he would have chased me down. I still have plenty of mana left. Enough for E plus R, which is all I need in this situation realistically. Sure. That's not ending well. If I can run, I will. I can't. Everyone there, we overcommitted so hard. We kinda deserve to get killed. What do I want here? Let's just go Crit Cloak. Alternatively, just a single dagger. Yeah, maybe dagger was better, making it easier to manage my mana. But this is more damage on ultimates, of course. Ah, tough call though. Also tough game. We don't have a lead at all. They have a dragon, they have more kills. Alright, Olaf and Drake. Blitzcrank in our jungle. I don't like this one bit. There we go. That's 2 of them. Jinx gets away, of course. Once she gets her passive going, she can freely decide whether she wants to fight or not. You're not running after this. Ever. Looks like a plating for me. I get the wave, get some chip damage on Jinx. Now I get a pretty great recall, an extra BF sword. Plus dagger. Yeah, we spent all our money here. And just this dagger by itself, even though it's not the upgraded boots, will already give you plenty of attack speed to work with. Right now I worked on 0 bonus attack speed. I have 0 here, no legend alacrity because I don't want to buy a lifesteal item for the early game. Or for most games actually, all of my items are non-lifesteal for obvious reasons. Or the last item is either Mercurial, maybe Bloodthirst, and maybe Guardian Angel. So yeah, you need Legend Bloodline with this, for sure. Getting so strong right now. One W to delete the wave, pretty easy. Alright, I'm all by myself here, I have no backup, Lulu's roaming, Blitzcrank is here, so we definitely don't want to overextend. If I die we lose Dragon for sure, we might even lose Dragon regardless, just because we don't have the manpower down here. We'll see what happens. Alright, I'll just make sure I don't get trapped with enemies behind me. Everything else I can handle, but if they cut off my escape path, I'm in trouble. Bot lane miss. Okay, Blitzcrank mid lane, which means I can push now. That should be Drake. Yeah, we're slowly taking the lead here. Olaf is coming. Yeah, okay, they get me. They get me. As the AD carry, you're instantly getting targeted, and Olaf with his ultimates, they can't even CC him away from you, so you're just gonna die there. Unfortunate as it might be. But yeah, in the Dragon Pit you're just trapped. I could have just ran, but I wanted to rush Dragon as fast as possible for the team, so... I mean, had I ran, Olaf might have had the time, because Drake dies slower if I don't attack it. Olaf might have had the time to run up and steal, or attempt to steal, didn't want to risk that, ever. So yeah, here we are now. Anyway, we'll be fine. Now with upgraded boots we have even more mobility, of course. Now we keep mid lane pushed.
An enemy has been slain.
Alright. Malzahar bot lane. Yeah, we just stay here. See how they respond. I'd like to push one wave and then roam with Rek'Sai, just so the pressure is on. Olaf spot side, yeah. We can do that. Just rush the Herald. Take it fast before Olaf can respond. He can clear our bot side jungle, but that's a small price to pay. Actually, if it terrorizes our laners, that's not too good, but I mean, we get massive value from Rift Herald. So it will be worth it overall. Because it's just a tier 1 bot lane tower, whereas Rift Herald can lead to a tier 2 mid lane tower if you play it well enough. Okay. Alright, at least I trade 1 for 1. That was a nasty grab. I guess that's also what you get for letting the enemy roam your jungle. Olaf goes down. Alright, nice. But yeah, this fight, there is a universe in which you don't get the kill there if you don't score enough crits. Anyway, look at the value. It's all about cross-map pressure here. If we can generate more pressure elsewhere for them terrorizing bot lane than killing me, then it's still worth it. And we got all the towers in top lane, which is quite massive when you take all the map pressure into consideration. Alright, next item, Lord Doms. In the current patch, I pretty much always buy, or I would always buy, I'm not playing as much as you know, but I would always recommend to buy Lord Doms instead of Mortal Reminder. It's just more AD and more pen, which goes a long way. Back in the day when the stat profile was the same and just the passives were different, then Mortal Reminder was a strong contender, but not, yeah, as it stands now, that's no longer true necessarily. Careful, everyone. Getting Olaf again, can't do anything about it. Yeah, Fed Olaf runs you down. My team should win this overall. Oh wait, do they? Rexa isn't here, so they don't win this. Unfortunate does not begin to describe. Nice juke. Is it enough though? I get crit cloak because I have IE already, which means crit is more valuable than otherwise. Also have 260 AD, so crit isn't bad anymore. Yeah, crit obviously is a scaling stat, so if you don't have any attack damage, it's not going to do much. But at this point in the game, especially with Absolute Focus Gathering Storm, I have all the AD I need. I have ultimates. Not assertive enough. Once more. Should have positioned with more confidence, could have got more waves of my ult off. I was about to say, she's not living that, right? Despite her ultimate shield. Crazy. Whew. Very good progress on the map. Keep going. 3 of them are still down. There comes the Olaf. I don't want to meet him face on. With the Kayle ulti, that's a little nasty. Alright, need to keep my distance even better if Kayle's behind him, because, well, you can't CC him and you can't kill him, so you can do whatever he wants. He didn't even take a single inhibitor. Can you believe it? 950. Ah, it's a big power spike. Do I wait By the time I respawn, it might still be 20 seconds until I get this. Okay, it's 16 seconds. I'll wait. It's too strong. Yeah, I want this. 5 seconds now. Alright. Let's roll. 3 crit items, all the pen I need. Plus Infinity Edge. Thought maybe it would kill auto Q auto, but it just didn't. Just barely. Force Baron. Not sure about that. This Olaf is dangerous. Kill ulti again. Alright. Yeah, as long as we can kite away from him, it is manageable. Oh, goodness. That's not manageable. Yeah, Kai'Sa thrives when we are not protecting each other, because she can pick off the targets one by one. Nasty. Let's get the longsword. This item is too expensive. It would be better than longsword at this point, for sure. But it's not even close in terms of gold. Yeah, they have a strong late game team. Kai'Sa plus Kayle. Plus Jinx. Need to play better. Need to not give Olaf or Kayle, no, Olaf or Kai'Sa any openings. He's right there. Alright, there we go. Without Kayle, we can just burst him down, actually. And with Olaf down, we can take Baron. They can't contest. If they try, they just die to us. There we go. Huge ulti. Only one player alive. Olaf spawns. I'd say we just secure the Drake. It's the better play. But the team wants to push for inhibitor, so we go for that first. It seems to work. Okay. Yeah, but now we have to take Dragon. We can't let them spawn and contest it. I'll just go for it. If the team wants to die, then so be it. But we want the streak. We have to get it. Now, as you can see, even after all this fighting, we still have plenty of mana for everything we want to do. Even without blue buff. Speaking of blue buff, let's just get it. Okay. Getting closer to wild arrows. Not sure if I actually want to base. Maybe I just want to stay in power farm. How much is it? A couple hundred? Actually more than a couple hundred. But at this point, selling Doran's is also a trade-off. I'd much rather farm. I mean, the decision is already made. If I base now, that's inting, because my team needs me. Take the red buff. Definitely. Alright, play it methodically. Top lane is the place to go. Because there is an inhibitor we want to take down. Want to engage. I ult this. One for one trade ultimately, and they're all weak. Plus they need to defend their base. Oh, okay, that's not good. Would be nice to lifesteal off of anything or something. Okay, that's triple inhib down. I'd say we reset, get our items, and then finish. Yeah, just back off. It's not worth it. We don't have to rush. Yeah, 3k gold in my pocket. I can get so much stronger here. 100% crit plus the bleed passive. With IE and everything. It's quite nasty. A stacking bleed. A stacking bleed. That's the important part. It just stacks. It's straight up stacks. It's so broken. I would say wait for our team to group, but no. Maybe we don't? I may just melt them. Yeah, works. Just finish. 2000 damage from this passive. Alright, GG. Anyway, I don't know how often I can upload, but I do my best. And thank you for sticking around, and see you next time.